99.9% of the students do not take their part 1 very seriously. This is my experience based on the candidates that I examined as an ex-IELTS examiner. And then there are 90% who don't even practice it. Another majority of them do not know that there are some questions that will be asked and you can be well prepared. Another 90%, even if they would know the questions, they would not practice the vocabulary. So in this video, I'm going to solve the problem. But wait, what happens? You have been practicing for months together, you have put your heart and soul into the IELTS speaking tests, but just as you enter the exam room, your mind will go blank and fear grips you. I know, I've seen many candidates, and you keep thinking, what if I mess up the introduction, which invariably you do? And what if the examiner thinks that I'm not confident enough? Well, as an ex-IELTS examiner, let me reveal the truth. The first impression you make on the examiner can set the tone for the rest of the test. And if you start stumbling and taking long breaks in the beginning itself, it would be a long road to recover. You won't be able to come to a higher level. But if I told you by the end of this video, you'll have the tools, the topic vocabulary, the questions by which you will not just survive but thrive, and you will ace your speaking part 1 with a 9 band. Hi, my name is Mrs. Anita Kundra and I am an ex-IELTS examiner, and I'm going to reveal exactly what and how you can make that killer first impression in your IELTS speaking test. I'll guide you through the most of the common questions with the 9 band vocabulary, give you some sample answers. I'll be reading out the question and then give you the sample answer. I will also give you the tips and the tricks so that your confidence is boosted. So if you are serious about getting your desired IELTS band score, you need to watch this video till the end, because if you miss, there will be a difference between a 5 band and a 9 band answer. So what is the difference? You will come to know from this video. And towards the end, there is also a practice questions which are very important, and I will be disclosing them to you. So let's go into my class. It is a coaching class. Have a paper and a pencil. Now let's see what is the part 1. The IELTS test you already know, or if you do not, it is divided into 3 parts and it will last for 11 to 14 minutes. The part 1 is the introduction and the interview, where we will focus on this video. I will be explaining the part 1 properly. Then part 2 is the long run, where you will be given a topic, a cue card, and you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Lot of videos for the cue card are there, predicted videos are there, even the answers are there. So you can find out if you are new to the channel. And then part 3 is a discussion, where the examiner will ask you abstract questions. It's the most difficult one, and it is related to the part 2. Now, before understanding why the part 1 is also important, is that throughout the test, starting from part 1 to part 3, you are gauged on fluency, and just understand that you have to speak very clearly and you have to connect your ideas together. Okay? Then there is a lexical resource. That means the type of vocabulary, the topic vocabulary, which I'll be sharing here with you. And then is the grammatical range and accuracy. You should be very accurate if you want a higher band. And the last one is pronunciation. Now these are the parameters. Now you ask me, you don't have to worry about the accent. The examiners do not prefer, like if you're speaking an American accent, I'll give you more marks, like I'm an examiner, so it's extempo. What matter is that you should communicate your ideas clearly so that the examiner can understand you without much difficulty, intelligibility. I mean, he should be able to. Now, let's go to the common questions in the introduction and interview. I'll give you a copy paste. You can just fill in the blanks and be confident. Remember, first impressions matter and part 1 is important. It is not that part 1 is given a, if you're going to give a good answer in part 1, you'll get 2 out of 2 bands. It's not like that. As an examiner, most YouTubers are saying that, oh, part 1 is not given much bands. No, the whole test is assessed. Please be careful. Now, the first question that the examiner is going to ask you is, note it down, can you tell me your full name, please? Now, the example response. My name is dash dash dash. I will say da da da. You can call me the preferred name. I will say my name is Mrs. Anita Kundra. You can call me Anita. So you should be prepared. You are just thinking. Don't do that. And then the examiner will say, may I see your identification? Your example response is note down, sure, here you go, or sure, here you are. Very simple. Where are you from? A simple response. I am from Dada city or country, or you can say I am originally from India, but I currently live in the United States. Whatever you are saying, you can say I am currently, living in Delhi. I originally belong to Punjab. Anything you can say. Okay. Now, describe your hometown. See, this is a global one. Therefore, I am just giving you a hint how you have to describe your hometown. Okay. You can say I belong to, or my hometown is located in da 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 place. That means dash dash, whatever is your place. And it has a population about da da da. If it is a small, then you can mention the population, or you can say it is a metropolitan and a cosmopolitan. In the past, there were a lot of people who practiced agriculture. I'm speaking for Punjab, or fishing if you're from West Bengal, whatever it is. But now these days, the people, have shifted to businesses, and the streets are bustling with people, and it is a hub of commercial activity. However, I would say that it is a bit polluted, and we have to get adjusted to the traffic jams and the congestion. Anything, you can just elaborate your answer. Now the next. Will certainly be asked. What's the most interesting thing or part of the city? So you can say, well, from my perspective, or in my opinion, honestly speaking, anything you can add. I think the most fascinating thing of my area is the celebration of Diwali, Dada festival. It is a festival of lights. It is celebrated by all religions with much fervor and communal harmony. That's the important one. And I feel when I see the lights around me, it becomes as if a heaven on earth. It becomes a heaven on earth. I'm repeating it. Next question is, do you work or are you a student? Now note down the example response. I work as a manager, a project manager, whatever. Or I'm currently a student at, note down the articles, at university, Punjab University, studying da subject. Next question, which is confirmed, is, what do you do for a living? Note down the answer. That is you can copy paste. I have been working as a da for the past, suppose 10 years, 20 years at da in da. So I'll just fill it out. I have been working as a English teacher for the past 30 years at some place at a secondary school in Ludhiana. I mean the institution. Okay, I'll do the other one also. I have been working as a project manager for the past 10 years in Infos, at the Infos, in Bangalore. Clear? My job involves planning and teaching, whatever, analysis, whatever. It involves I'll say planning and teaching lessons, as well as I help to organize some hobby classes after school. What do you study? If you are a student, then you can say, I study at Dada University. I will say, okay, I study medicine at a university because my plan is to become a doctor, because my plan is to become an engineer and work in Canada or work in the UK. Honestly, I always knew that I wanted to become an engineer, a graphic designer, whatever. So deciding to study medicine was no brainer, easy to decide for me. I come from a long line of engineers, doctors, and surgeons, and I've always had so much admiration for health professionals. So I wanted to follow my parents, my uncle's footsteps, anybody, Dada footsteps, and pursue a career. It's not career in medicine too. Got that? Now the next one. What do you do in your free time? Very important question. I'm a big fan of Now it could be gardening, it could be painting. Big fan of. Especially, I'm saying I'm a big fan of photography. Okay, especially capturing the landscapes, because for me it is a way to appreciate the beauty of nature. I have been told by so many people that you have a green thumb because whatever I plant just grows, and therefore even gardening is my passion. I enjoy the plants growing and thriving. It is such a stress buster. So copy paste some of the sentences and the vocabulary. The next one. How do you usually spend your weekends? Now this you can cook up. Most weekends I like to unwind, or you can say recharge my batteries by spending some time outdoors or So I either go hiking in a local area nearby or a local forest nearby, or I go for a stroll in the park that is at a stone throw distance. No, it could be shopping that is a stone throw distance, shopping mall that is a stone throw distance. And if it is raining, I prefer to curl up on my sofa with a good book. And a question, what is your daily routine? Again, a short one. Example response. My day usually begins with an early morning jog or meditation. I jog around the neighborhood, meditate on my bed with some music, and it is quite a refreshing way to start my day. After that, I have a quick shower. I have a wholesome breakfast. Then I head off to work or to my college. I work as a so I'm usually busy throughout the day, or I'm usually swamped with work throughout the day. My plate is usually full. I find that my work day changes from day to day because I have to manage the clients or the patients, if you are a doctor, on the call or in the ward. In the evening, I have a meal with my children, with my parents, watch the TV, and then hit the sack. Got that? Now, if you find this channel helpful, kindly subscribe to it. And of course, the PDFs are available. The children have got 8 bands with just the PDFs, which are so pocket friendly. And for your information, I'm an ex-IELTS examiner. I give personal coaching too. You can join my community, which is free. And for some courses, you can also go to my website, englishwithanitакундра.com. All pocket-friendly memberships and PDFs are available. The results are amazing. And for you to see, just go to the website. I am also present on Instagram and Facebook. Now, the next one is the tips. Please note down this and you will follow it blindly. Avoid one-word answers. You have to show off your grammar and vocabulary. It is a yapping test. You need to expand your answers. So, okay, I'll give you an example. What do you do in your free time? And you answer, I read. No, The corrected answer is, in my spare time, I enjoy reading, especially fiction, non-fiction, science fiction, whatever. It's a great way to escape the reality. It's a great way to escape reality. And for a while, I immerse myself in a world that is entirely different. Anything, okay? Now, get into the mood of speaking English. Now, this is a tip for your IELTS test date also, and if your date of the test is approaching, what you will do on the, especially the test date, you will listen to some English broadcast, some like BBC English, you can hear those podcasts, and you will watch all English videos on your way to the center. So in this way, you are geared, you're wired to speak in English. And of course, you can practice speaking through shadowing exercise. Now, what is this shadowing? So if you're listening to some video or podcast, listen to a word or a sentence, anything, 3-4 sentences, just write down and try to imitate how the speaker is speaking that English. Don't worry, accent, British, American, Australian, you're not going to get any high bands for that. As an examiner, I cannot stress enough that you should practice real exam questions which are available in my PDFs on the website. And with a very good vocabulary, people easily crack, easily I'm saying, 7 and above, 8, yes, 8.5. There is no thing that you cannot attain 8 or 8.5 or 7 and above. My PDFs are such. Okay, I will tell you some questions which you will practice, and any one of you who answers the questions with a good vocab, you will type the answers and I will answer you back. You can go through my videos. I answer every comment. Every subscriber is important for me. Okay, so first is, can you tell me your full name, please? Okay, you will type all these answers. May I see your identification? Where are you from? How would you say that? Can you describe your hometown? Now, this is an important one. Let's see how you type. Okay, what is the most interesting thing of your city? Again, you will type the answer. How do you usually spend your weekends? You can invent, you can use the vocabulary that I have already given. And what was the last film that you watched? Let me see this, how you answer. Now, do not forget to subscribe my channel for more tips and insights how to ace your IELTS speaking. Thank you for taking this time to watch my video. If you find it helpful, make sure you can reach out to me through the website, through the community link